Alright, we are now moving on to level 6. But I'm a little bit confused. Why was that blue humanoid creature named Solomon talking to me? And what did the creature mean by "we are in danger"? Something just doesn't seem, something just seems a bit off here. But I decided to just shrug it off and just keep going. So I moved on to the next level, which was called Vengeance. When we loaded up into the board, I looked at almost all my game pieces. I had unlocked a lot of monsters, with Anguirus, Mothra, King Caesar, Rodan, and a new monster who is called Solomon. And the good news is that there's only one level in this. There's only one boss fight in this level. And plus, I've unlocked so many monsters that some of the monsters could barely even fit on the board, making this level seem almost a little bit easy. But anyways, I was getting really excited because it seemed like this level would probably be a little bit easier than the other levels. So, I got started to play. The first level that I played was this sort of fiery, volcanic-like level. I decided to choose Solomon for this level. In this level, I was walking through a realistic setting of what looked to be large rocks that were half black and half red. The sky was a mixture of black and orange, and there was an orange-like moon in the sky. The enemies were these weird, hybrid, animal, realistic-looking creatures. Some of them were creatures that I already encountered during this game, and some were creatures that I've never seen before in this game. One of the enemies I encountered in this game was this weird, large, crocodilian-like creature. It was long, it was pink, and had yellow teeth and yellow eyes. It doesn't play that much importance, it just walks around and just bites you. That's pretty much it. However, though, I did eventually encounter a mini-boss. This mini-boss was this large, weird, octopus-like creature with one eye, a large stomach protruding from its mouth, large horns, and a lot of tentacles. It uses its tentacles to hit you right in your stomach or right in your face. I could easily defeat this creature simply just by blasting it with my fire breath, which could easily destroy it. And I did eventually was able to defeat this creature. The next level I played was this disturbing, creepy, boneyard-like level. I chose Godzilla for this level, and in this level I was in what looked like some weird bone-like graveyard. The background was this weird wall, covered with millions and millions of skeletons stacked onto each other. Some of them had red pupils in them, some of them had cobwebs on them, and some of them were just lifeless, and some of them even had skin and flesh on them. And the enemies in this game were these weird bone tapeworm-like creatures. This level made me sick to my stomach. The images, the disturbery, it was all so real and too freaky and too disturbing. I almost threw up just looking at it. I still have nightmares about this level to this day. The next level that I played was this fiery tunnel-like level. I chose King Caesar for this level. In this level, I was walking down this weird, fiery, hole-like pit area. It was a very, very large tunnel, and it was so far away, all what you could see was the end of it. The end part of it was black. I encountered a few enemies from past levels, such as the weird, realistic hyena, pig-like creature, and the weird centaur-like creature. and there were many other creatures in this game, but this was the only screenshot that I was able to take of this whole level. The level is a little bit easy. All you have to do is just walk down the tunnel and defeat a bunch of enemies that you've already encountered a few times in the game before. So, not anything too hard. Alright, now it's time for the boss fight. When I fought with Titanosaurus, I immediately decided to choose Solomon, just to see how well Solomon was doing during a fight. But instantly, I feel like I made the best choice in this game ever, because this boss proved on just how overpowered Solomon really was. Titanosaurus had pretty interesting attacks. He could shoot out a sound wave from his mouth, and he could fire a fireball straight out from his antenna. And just like that, after defeating Titanosaurus, the screen once again faded to black, and then Solomon once again appeared on the screen. Well, at least now I would be able to get chased by the demon creature as Solomon, because since Solomon had wings so he could fly, I think we would have a much better chance at escaping the demon creature now. And so I waited for the monster to appear, and I waited to see if I would once again get a new monster. And once again, those domesticated, demonic-looking white eyes began to appear on the screen. However, there was no cage with a monster inside. Was I going to get a new monster? Or was this demon just tired of giving me new monsters and decided that I already had enough? I was confused. Was I going to get a new monster or not?
Are you ready to play another game?
Quiet, Evil. I've had it with your games. You've tortured me and the others for long enough.
I should have known you would do this, Solomon. Ever since you killed my son, Red, I've been getting ready for my revenge against you and the others. And because of your pride and rebellious nature, I shall not let you win.
I'd like to see you try.
And here we go again. Once again, I was pretty glad that I would at least be getting to play as Solomon through this whole chase scene, because I assumed that it would be probably much easier to use Solomon through this level. However though, once again, the level had changed. This time, instead of there being spikes, there were now large walls blocking Solomon's view. However, there was one spot of the wall that you would instantly have to try to crouch down in order to get through it. It was a little bit tough and hard, but I was eventually able to get through them. But I was a little bit confused about what happened earlier. Why was Solomon and that weird demon creature talking to each other? What did Solomon mean by, "You've tortured me and the others long enough"? I was a bit confused, but I had to stop thinking. I had to just keep going and keep running along. I kept on going and going and going, spamming the run button, the flying button, and the crouch button. But eventually, I was once again able to outrun the demon monster.
Alright, Evil. Your game is finished.
I should have known. Well, Solomon, I will let you and your player live for now, but this time I will not give you a new monster.
Fine by me. Oh, and tell Red that I said hi.
Grrr, I will make you regret saying that.
And that was it. At this moment, I was very, very confused. What the heck just happened back there? What did Solomon mean by, what did Solomon mean by, "You've tortured me and the others long enough"? And most importantly, what did Solomon mean by, tell Red that I said hi. That's when I remembered something. I remembered back when Zachary told me all the paranormal activity that he saw in the game, and especially that weird red demonic entity that he called Red. At this moment, I started to see some connections. What if the game I'm playing has something to do with all the paranormal stuff that Zachary was playing? At this moment, I felt like I wanted to turn the game off, but curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to continue to play and see if my theory was correct that everything that Zachary said about the game before was true. Eventually, I would find out the answers now.